Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Monday, April 11th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Premier the Honourable Vance Amory today received a courtesy call from St. Kitts and Nevis's permanent representative to the Organization of American States, OAS, Dr. Everson Hull. Premier Amory said they used the opportunity to discuss work the ambassador has been doing on behalf of the Federation at the Washington-based organization.
You took the opportunity to tell me that he's been discussing things like correspondent banking and the threats, say, of the FATCA legislation and the attempts to blacklist our region in respect of our financial services. I think those are very critical issues for us here in St. Kitts and Nevis, especially Nevis. And I think Dr. Hull has indicated to me that he intends, and I'm really asking him as well, reinforcing that the OAS needs to look closely at that OECD challenge to the international financial services in developing countries, because their stance clearly can pose a very real threat to the survival in terms of our economy and our social development in these countries.
Ambassador Hull, who is originally from Bath Village, said he is pleased to be visiting Nevis. He noted that his visit to the Federation comes on the occasion of last week's hosting of Diplomatic Week by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
I, of course, had an opportunity, as you mentioned, of discussing with you the correspondent banking issues and the steps that have been taken by the OAS carry component with respect to addressing the issue. Most importantly was the permanent council session that we had, in which we had experts such as Dan Mitchell from the Cato Institute, Bruce Garris, an internationally renowned lawyer, who addressed the permanent council, the 35-member permanent council, and out of that we expect to be getting a declaration denouncing the actions with respect that have been taken with respect to correspondent banking issues.
The ambassador and the premier also discussed areas of assistance to St. Kitts and Nevis, especially scholarship opportunities.
I do have a continuing interest in working very hard in terms of trying to procure scholarships for our students, and have been in contact with a number of folks at the OAS, even though we've had very severe budget restrictions, as we've discussed. I think that there's still some opportunities, but they need to be pursued vigorously. We have a very thin staff at the OAS, but we're doing all that we can to really make things happen for St. Kitts and Nevis. So absolutely delighted to be here, and just looking forward to, we'll be here until Tuesday, looking forward to spending some more time looking around Nevis.
Yeah. St. Kitts and Nevis's permanent representative to the OAS, Dr. Everson Hull. Premier and Minister of Education, the Honourable Vance Amory, today recommitted the support of the Department of Education to the island's teachers and students. Premier Amory, who made the remark as part of a statement to welcome teachers and students at today's start of a new term, called on them to do their best for the country.
I think it's important that we recognize that this final term of the school year is the culminating term, and it's when our students engage in examinations for promotion, examinations for the test of standards, and examinations for the CXC overseas at the O level and also at the Cape level. Now, I want to encourage our students to apply themselves very seriously during these last months of the school year. I think they must recognize, especially those who are doing the CXC and the Cape level examinations, that these examinations can make a big difference in their future. They can make a big difference in what jobs they can get, can make a big difference in what they're able to pursue at university. And in this regard, it means that they should take these last few weeks very, very seriously.
The Premier also encouraged teachers to give of their best to their students.
I want to say to them that they have to recommit themselves to ensuring that they do the best for the students, give them the best guidance, the best instruction give them the best evaluation, so that at the end of the year, whether they are doing examinations external or doing examinations internal, that the students can feel that they have been well instructed.
Premier Amory noted that this is an opportunity to make all of us proud of the performance of the island's students.
I just want to ensure that our teachers understand that they have such an important role to play, that they can make or mar the future of our children and thereby make or mar the future of our country. So as we go back to school this week, I know there will be the challenges. There will certainly be the opportunities as well to do the type of job which will make all of us students, make the teachers proud, and in the end the parents also will feel proud of the performance of their children.
The Education Minister called on parents to encourage their children to continue to perform at their best in order to achieve the levels of excellence that we strive for in St. Kitts and Nevis. The police are investigating a fire which occurred at Caribbean Cove over the weekend. Owner of the property, the Honorable Mark Brantley, says just after midnight on Friday, April 8th, he received a call that Caribbean Cove was on fire. He has expressed appreciation to the concerned individual who alerted him of the incident. Via a Facebook post, Brantley publicly thanked the gentleman whom he said showed enough interest and empathy to call him at that hour and to also call 911. Brantley also lauded the quick response of the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services as he too called 911. The phone was answered on the first ring and the person taking the call was incredibly professional. He said he explained his emergency and received a promise they would handle the matter. Brantley noted that he is happy that the firefighters responded within minutes and that because of their rapid response, his property was saved from being burned to the ground. He thanked the fire officers for their incredible performance. He said, however, the police have had to become engaged as the stench of gasoline was heavy at the property. Brantley begged anyone with information to advise the police, saying that criminality of any kind against any person is unacceptable in the country. The discovery of a firearm on Thursday, April 7th by the Nevis Division of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force brings to 7 the number of illegal firearms removed from communities in 2016. The find was the result of the officers' search of a gut in the Newcastle area. They discovered an illegal firearm, ammunition, and illegal drugs, one .40 caliber pistol, a magazine with 6 rounds of .40 caliber ammunition, 8 12-gauge shotgun rounds, a quantity of marijuana plants, and a quantity of cocaine were found and seized by the police. The discovery of this firearm brings to 7 the number of illegal firearms removed from communities in 2016. Still to come.
The stage has already been erected and the VIP area is currently undergoing preparations.
The details after this break.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
The second Nevis Blues Festival runs April 14th to 16th. Enjoy 3 nights of the best in blues, soul, and rock right on the beach at Awali Bay with international artists from the USA, the UK, Ireland, and the Netherlands. The Nevis Blues Festival is the Caribbean's most exciting new festival. See you there.
As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris says when opportunities come in any government department, People Empowerment Program PEP workers should be given a fair chance to now come on permanently. Prime Minister Harris advises PEP workers to look for vacancies throughout the public sector rather than focusing only on the department where they work. However, people, including those who are on the government payroll permanently, will have to perform to respect their jobs and make themselves indispensable everywhere they go, he says. Prime Minister Harris and Cabinet Secretary Josephine Huggins met with more than 100 civil service professionals on St. Kitts on Thursday and Friday. The series of meetings form part of the national government's ongoing efforts to communicate clear expectations to its staff, improve employee engagement and workplace relationships, and ensure sustainable performance in the public sector. During one of the staff meetings on Thursday, the Prime Minister noted that according to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, the PEP was never intended to be a permanent program. PEP is not sustainable, which means that as you look further into the future, it cannot last, the Prime Minister said. At the start of 2016, PEP reportedly cost the country more than $165 million. Prime Minister Harris said the program is like a second civil service, is not practical and could not last without putting the country back into difficulty. Organizers of the second Nevis Blues Festival are gearing up for the 3-day event this weekend. Felicia Liebert has the details.
I'm Felicia Liebert and we're here at the venue for the second annual Nevis Blues Festival, which will take place on Thursday 16th April to Saturday 18th April. As you can see behind me, the stage has already been erected and the VIP area is currently undergoing preparations. We spoke to the producer of the festival, Richard Pavitt, who gave us an update on what will be happening this year.
I would consider ourselves to be probably 2 or 3 days ahead of where we were this time last year in terms of preparation. I guess it gets easier the more often you do it. You know, we've got a large crew of people here from Nevis and St. Kitts. Most of the installation crew for this fantastic stage that's been supplied by Tukan, who are also doing the sound. They're all here, they're local Novitians, I think. And Adrian Lamb and his crew, you know, from St. Kitts doing the sound. And we have our friend from the Portaloo Company, who are doing a very important job. And the Gin Trap are doing catering for our VIP section. And then we have, let me get this right, we have Oasis from the Botanical Gardens doing a Thai cuisine. We have Indian Summer and Turtle Time doing their Asian Indian fusion thing. We have Sunshines doing the Caribbean. We have the Barbecue Man doing his Barbecue Caribbean. And we have Los Gringos doing Mexican. So we have a lot of choice. Don't eat before you come here.
Pavitt then spoke to us about the availability of tickets on St. Kitts and Nevis.
Tickets are US $45 each night. They're available online. That's easy. They're available here at the Awali office. They're available in town from the pharmacy and from NTA's offices. They're also available in St. Kitts from the party boat shops down in Port Zante. And because we have 2 sunset cruises coming across, one from Port Zante, one from Frigate Bay each night, so that people can get here easily and back again from St. Kitts.
And online, that's nevisbluesfestival.com.
Even shorter, you can just put nevisblues.com.
Right. The festival has a number of local and international acts slated to perform over the 3-night period of the Nevis Blues Festival. I'm Felicia Liebert reporting for the Nevis Newscast on the grounds of the second annual Nevis Blues Festival.
Thanks, Felicia. And that concludes this evening's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.